Welcome back to Rare Coin Archive. In today's exciting episode, we're diving into the world of rare coins, and trust me, this one is a showstopper. We're exploring a humble coin that has stunned collectors and investors alike. The South Africa 2-cent coin from 1983, a coin that has risen to legendary status in recent years. So, how much is it worth now? Buckle up, because this little coin is valued at a jaw-dropping $3.3 million USD. Yes, you heard that right. $3.3 million for a 2-cent coin. Let's explore its fascinating journey, the history behind it, and how this small piece of bronze became a numismatic treasure. The South African 2-cent coin was introduced in the early 1960s as part of South Africa's decimalization, replacing the South African pound. This bronze coin was part of daily life, small change that passed from hand to hand across the country. The 1983 edition of the coin is particularly interesting. On one side, it features two king protea flowers, South Africa's national flower, a symbol of beauty, resilience, and national pride. The reverse side simply shows the denomination, the year of minting, and the word South Africa in English and Afrikaans. Millions of these coins were produced for circulation in 1983. However, one extremely rare variation has made waves in the world of coin collecting. Now here's where it gets really exciting. Not all 1983 2-cent coins are worth a fortune. It's a rare error coin that has collectors buzzing. This specific variant, known as the 1983 South Africa 2-cent double die error, was struck with a rare minting mistake. Due to a misalignment in the die during production, both the obverse and reverse designs were doubled, resulting in a noticeable shadow effect, particularly visible on the lettering and the outline of the protea flowers. While this might seem like a minor issue, in the world of numismatics, errors like this make coins extraordinarily valuable, especially when they are rare and in good condition. Originally worth just 2 cents, this rare 1983 error coin has climbed the ranks to become one of the most valuable modern coins in South African numismatics, with reports estimating its current value at $3.3 million. Why such a high value? It all comes down to one word: rarity. Experts believe that fewer than 5 of these double die error coins have ever been discovered, making it one of the rarest South African coins in existence. Add to that its unique visual distortion and its excellent preservation in some cases, and you've got a collector's dream. Let's not forget the historical significance of the early 1980s in South Africa, a nation at the crossroads of change. Economic challenges, international sanctions, and growing resistance to apartheid marked a politically turbulent era. Coins from this period, especially those with errors, have become time capsules of a nation in transition. This historical context adds yet another layer of value for collectors. So how can you tell if you have this $1 million coin? With a price tag in the millions, this coin isn't just for collectors. It's attracting the attention of investors who see rare coins as tangible assets with long-term value. The discovery and rise of the 1983 2-cent error coin has sparked new interest in South African coinage, especially from the 1980s and 1990s, prompting a renewed boom in the numismatic market. So there you have it, the incredible story of the 1983 South Africa 2-cent coin. What began as a simple everyday coin has become one of the most valuable and iconic coins in recent history. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just getting started, this story proves that the next great discovery might be sitting in your old coin jar right now. Thanks for watching today's episode. If you enjoyed this deep dive into rare coins, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you won't miss our next coin adventure. Tell us in the comments, do you have any rare South African coins in your collection? Until next time, keep collecting and keep learning. It looks like just another coin, a small, ordinary disc of metal, tossed into a drawer or rattling in your change without a second thought. But buried within South Africa's aging currency is a secret almost no one knows, a twist of fate, a minting mistake, a fortune hidden in plain sight. And today, that mistake is worth up to $1 million. 1989, a year just before the dawn. Apartheid was still standing, but only barely. The pressure of change was building. The nation teetered between repression and revolution. In the shadows of history, something extraordinary was quietly created, among South Africa's standard coinage that year was the 20-cent coin. Modest, copper-nickel, and easily overlooked. But not all of them were ordinary. Somewhere, deep in the precision-driven process of minting, something slipped. A rare error was born. A coin unlike the rest. A misprint, a metal mismatch, a strike gone wrong, but perfectly wrong. Only a handful of these flawed 1989 20-cent pieces ever escaped into the world. And among those, one or two have been confirmed as possibly worth up to $1,000,000. Yes, $1 million. Why? Because in the world of numismatics, the elite realm of coin collecting, there are 4 golden rules. Rarity, condition, historical significance, minting error in this coin. Checks all 4. Rarity? Fewer than a dozen known examples with this error exist. Condition? A few have surfaced in uncirculated, mint state like time capsules. Historical significance? Minted just before South Africa's transformation. A snapshot of a nation on the edge. Error? A possible wrong planchet, struck on a blank meant for another coin, maybe even another country. These are not fakes. Not forgeries. Not fantasy pieces. They are official, authentic, and unexpected. And they're worth a fortune, not just in currency, but in context. Because sometimes collectors don't just chase coins. They chase stories, moments frozen in metal, symbols of struggle, souvenirs of survival. And that brings us to you. You might be holding a piece of this legacy without even realizing. So how do you know if you've got the $1 million 1989 20 cents? Here's what to look for. On screen list appears. Wrong planchet. The coin feels too light, too heavy, or sounds off when dropped off center strike. The design is misaligned or partly missing double strike. Parts of the image or text are repeated color variation. It looks unusually silver or gold-toned uncirculated condition. Crisp edges, high detail. Nowhere, like it was never used. If your 1989 South African 20 cents has more than one of these signs, don't ignore it. You might be holding something far more valuable than spare change. Have it authenticated by a professional numismatic grading service, like PCGS or NGC. They can confirm its rarity, its condition, and yes, its true market value. Because the real worth isn't just the coin, it's the story it carries, a story of a country on the brink. A coin struck just before rebirth and accident. That became a legend. That coin jar in your kitchen? That drawer in your father's desk? That old stash of coins from years ago? There's a chance, slim but real, that you could be holding the rarest South African 20 cents ever minted. And if it is, you're not just holding a coin, you're holding $1 million legacy. Because this isn't about metal. It's about meaning, a flawed coin from a flawless moment in history, a relic of a country learning to breathe again. Not all treasures glitter. Not all legends are locked in vaults. Some are sitting in your hand. If this story sparked your curiosity, there's so much more to uncover. Subscribe for rare coin deep dives, forgotten histories, and financial folklore you can actually hold. Drop a comment if you've ever found an odd coin. We might feature your discovery next. Until then, keep collecting and keep looking closer, because sometimes the smallest things carry the greatest stories.